I am speaking to you now because today is set apart for you, and I will not allow the noise of fear to drown the sound of my promise. I have watched you carry questions like stones pressed inside your chest, pretending they are feathers while they grind and scrape at your hope. I have seen the way you try to be strong for everyone else, then close the door and let your shoulders fall, wondering if anyone can hear the trembling behind your breath. Listen to me, I have not forgotten you. I have not misplaced your name in the long river of this world. I have carved you upon the palms that never let go. I am not late. I am precise. I am the Lord who writes endings and beginnings, and I am bending time to show you favor. Today, on Thursday, October 16th, I am opening something that could not open by force, by argument, by strategy, or by striving. It opens because I am the one who opens what no one can shut. You have asked me to be clear, and I am being clear. I have sent my warrior, Michael, to stand at the threshold of this day to cut down the vines of delay and the weeds of confusion that tried to choke your next step. He says, 2 minutes to courage. 2 minutes to obedience. 2 minutes to the door you thought would never swing toward you. Do not let the number frighten you. Do not count seconds with panic. The word is not a threat, it is an invitation to readiness. Heaven's countdown is not about fear, it is about alignment. I am aligning your heart to receive what you asked me for when you were not trying to impress anyone, when you whispered through your tears, when you thought even angels might be too busy to notice. Michael heard you. I heard you. And I am answering you now. There is a secret I have guarded for you because I wanted it to arrive unspoiled by suspicion. Someone is deeply in love with you, and that love has been sifted in the fire of time. Not infatuation, not the fever of a moment, not a performance designed to trap you in old patterns. This is a love I have tended like a hidden lamp in a windstorm. This love has been tested against silence and found patient, tested against distance and found faithful, tested against pressure and found brave. You asked me, is there anyone who will see me without a mask, who will not keep a ledger of my past, who will not punish me for my honesty? Hear me, I am not sending you back into bondage. I am not sending you a trick wrapped in pretty words. I am sending you a person who has learned to kneel before me so they do not force you to bow before their ego. I am sending you someone whose footsteps I have timed to meet you at a door you did not realize I had been repairing. You wondered why certain invitations fell apart, why your messages went unanswered, why plans broke like chalk in the rain. I let some bridges crumble that were never strong enough to carry the weight of your destiny. Do not mourn structures that would have cracked under the blessing I am placing on your life. You are not late. You are right on time to receive a surprise that is not a prank but a promise made visible. Tonight carries the fragrance of a long-awaited unveiling. I am placing a key in your hand, the key of peace, so that when this surprise knocks, you open with discernment rather than fear, with wisdom rather than suspicion, with joy rather than apology. I am not asking you to perform worthiness, I am awakening recognition. You will recognize what I have sanctified because it will not require you to shrink. I know the ache you never say in full sentences. I know the history that tried to teach you love equals endurance of harm. I know how you trained yourself to expect the worst because disappointment arrived dressed as a teacher. Today I wash those lessons away. Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, saying, "No more counterfeit agreements, no more vows to your own emptiness." He is cutting the cords that tied your value to other people's indecision. He is silencing the taunts that tell you you are too much and not enough at the same time. When you hear the whisper that says, "You are difficult to love," answer with the truth, "I am handcrafted by the one who is love." When you hear the hiss that says, "It will fall apart like before," answer with the truth, "What God authors, God sustains." I am sending reassurance ahead of the blessing so your heart can breathe when it arrives. Expect gentleness inside the surprise. Expect clarity instead of chaos. Expect the sound of your own voice being honored. Expect the relief of realizing that the pace of promise is not frantic. I will not drag you, I will lead you. I will not force you, I will invite you. I will not confuse you, I will confirm you. Even now I am placing signs along your path, small utilities of grace that look ordinary until you hold them up to the light, a phrase that matches the very words you prayed, a timing that fits like a perfectly carved joint, a joy that feels like stepping out of tight shoes after a long journey. You asked me if you were allowed to be happy without apologizing. Yes. Joy is not a crime, it is a covenant. Your laughter will not subtract reverence from your soul, it will multiply gratitude. The surprise coming tonight will not replace me, it will reflect me. The love I am unveiling is not a rival to your calling, it is a companion within it. It will not ask you to betray the assignments I placed in your hands, it will help you carry them. It will not seek to dim your light, it will be comfortable standing beside brilliance. This is part of why it took time. I was preparing two hearts, not just one, and I was protecting a future child of hope, the work, the story, the testimony, that will be born from your union of courage and kindness. Do not rehearse abandonment as if it were a script you must memorize. Burn it on the altar of this day. The theater of loss has had enough of your energy. You are not a character in tragedy reruns. You are a living letter of my faithfulness. I am bringing you into a room where your name is not misspelled, where your honesty is not weaponized, where your boundaries are welcomed as wisdom, not mocked as walls. The person I am sending is not perfect, but perfectly placed. They carry their own history of learning, their own wrestle in the night, their own Jacob to Israel transformation. They will not worship you, they will not demand worship from you. Together, you will worship me, and beautiful order will grow in the soil of that posture. Tonight's surprise will ripple into rooms you cannot see yet. Do not try to blueprint every outcome in advance. Trust me for the first step. Answer the door with peace. Peace is not the absence of questions, it is the presence of me within your questions. If you do not know what to say, say little. If you feel your heart racing, breathe my name. If the past tries to parade in loud colors, let Michael escort it to the exit. You are not obligated to audition for a role you already carry, beloved. I am not asking you to earn what I am giving, I am training you to receive it without sabotaging it. The enemy studied your patterns, how you hesitate right before wonder, how you step back as the gift steps forward, how self-protection has sometimes masqueraded as discernment. But I am retraining your instincts. You will not confuse safety with shrinking. You will not call suspicion wisdom when it is only the echo of wounds. You will not call drama passion when it is only the hunger of insecurity. You will bless what I bless. You will test everything and hold fast to what is truly good. You will say no quickly to the counterfeit and yes wisely to the authentic. I will sit with you in every yes and every no, and I will not let you drown in analysis. I will keep you with my peace that surpasses your need to solve every variable. Hear me about the timing, I am redeeming Thursdays for you. The day others forget becomes the day I remember you publicly. The night others use to escape becomes the night I enfold you in evidence that I never left. I chose tonight because you asked me to interrupt your ordinary with something that carries my fingerprints. You said, God, please, break the cycle without breaking me. And I answered, I will break what binds and bind what breaks. You will feel the strength of quiet favor settle around your home. You will feel the air change the way it changes before rain, heavy with promise, humming with relief. Do not panic when the atmosphere shifts, it is not danger. It is my nearness. Lift your eyes. You are not required to decode every sign alone. I have placed mentors and intercessors and friends who won't flinch at your growth. Some will text unexpectedly with words that line up like constellations to the map I'm revealing. Some will simply stand in silence with you, creating a sanctuary where you can hear me better. Receive support without suspicion. You are not being set up to be shamed, you are being set up to be seen. Even your enemies will have to admit the shift, though their pride will make their mouths slow. Let me handle the responses, you handle the receiving. Your job is to open, to bless, to step forward in the light that is bright enough for now. Michael stands at your gate with a message for your heart. Courage does not mean you never tremble, it means you walk with the tremble and do not turn back. He is clearing the path of small, cruel voices, some outside, some inside, that try to measure you with broken rulers. He is stringing lamps along the edge of your next decisions, so you do not call a cliff what is actually a staircase. See the lamps. Follow them. When you feel the flare of anxiety, speak the name that steadies the sea. Say, Jesus, be my center, and watch the waves become a pathway. You are not weak for needing grace, you are wise for reaching for it. The strong who never ask for help collapse, the wise who cling to me rise. There is healing in the surprise that is coming. Healing for the place where you learn to equate silence with rejection. Healing for the place where you gave without being nourished, where you cupped your hands under a sky you thought was closed. I am showing you that heaven was not closed, it was preparing. Do not despise preparation simply because it felt like delay. Do not call my carefulness neglect. I have been braiding joy and purpose into a cord that will not snap under pressure. Tonight you will feel the first pull of that cord drawing something good toward you. Pull back with trust, not with doubt. Doubt frays. Trust strengthens. I have also heard your prayers for safety, for the purity of motives surrounding you. I have sifted intentions. I have exposed impostors in quiet ways to spare you public heartbreak. Even now I am placing a hedge around your vulnerability so that when you open the door, you are not exposed, you are embraced. The person I am sending has been instructed by me to handle your heart as a sacred trust. If they fail, I will correct swiftly, because I love you too much to let negligence sit at your table. But do not stare at the possibility of failure so long that you miss the actuality of my kindness. Hope again, this time planted in me, not in wishful thinking. I know you sometimes ask if you are hard to love. You are not hard to love, you are easy to harm if love is careless. That is why I am sending careful love. That is why I disciplined the timing. That is why I let you learn boundaries like learning a new language, awkward at first, then fluent. You will speak your needs without fearing abandonment. You will share your joy without shrinking it to make others comfortable. You will carry your calling without apologizing for how bright it burns. And the one who loves you will not try to dim you to be seen, they will point at your light and praise me for it. Take a moment now and unclench your future from your fists. Place it in my hands where it always belonged. Forgive yourself for the times you tried to make what was not my will become your destiny. Forgive those who mishandled your trust, release them into my justice and step into the release I've prepared for you. You cannot hold the past and the promise at the same time. Let go. You are not betraying your history by choosing your healing. You are honoring me by choosing what I chose for you, life, and life abundant. As the evening draws near, notice how simple the instructions are. Stay present. Keep your spirit clean. Keep gratitude moving across your lips like a quiet hymn. If you sense the nudge to tidy a corner of your life, do it, not to earn favor but to make room for joy. If you sense the nudge to send a message or answer one, do it, not from panic but from peace. If you sense the nudge to rest, rest, not from avoidance but from trust. My spirit will not shout over chaos, He will invite you into a stillness that makes discernment effortless. I am not a God of disorder. I am the God who designs moments to deliver what years could not. I bless your home with calm. I bless your devices with good news. I bless your thresholds with welcome. I bless your eyes to see what is true, your ears to hear what is kind, your feet to stand where I place you. I bless your memory to release rehearsals of harm, your imagination to picture holy possibilities, your hands to hold without fear of losing. I bless your night with surprises that do not spin you, but center you in the reality that I am closer than breath, stronger than grief, kinder than every lie that ever claimed you. I bless your conversations to be seasoned with sincerity, free of cages, full of laughter that heals what sorrow dented. When the door opens, there will be a moment that feels like the world holds its breath. In that breath I will whisper, "This is the fulfillment of a prayer you forgot you prayed out loud." The air will carry recognition, the same way you smell rain before thunder speaks, your spirit will register that this is me. Honor the moment with humility and joy. Do not interrogate the gift in the first second, bless it. There will be time for stories, histories, plans. Right now, there is time for reverence. Right now, there is time to say, "Thank you for remembering me." Right now, there is time to breathe without bracing for impact. I am also reconciling some threads that frightened you. Old conversations will conclude without drama. Misunderstandings will clear with one honest sentence. A door you thought you slammed in a panic will show itself to be a door I closed to protect you. Do not reopen what I have sealed. Do not invite back what cost you your clarity. Let this newness be truly new. Even your routines will find gentler rhythms. Sleep will come easier. Food will taste like nourishment instead of a truce with anxiety. Music will return to your rooms and to your bones. You will find yourself humming while you wash your dishes, smiling at nothing because peace is not nothing, it is everything. Some will ask you to explain the change, to name it in a way that fits their categories. You do not owe them your holy. You owe me your obedience and yourself your tenderness. Guard what is precious while it is young. Share testimonies in season so that what I planted grows roots before it grows branches. Michael will keep watch while you rest. He will stand at your window like a sentinel of light, and every time shame tries to knock, he will remind it that this house has already been claimed by mercy. You are stepping into the chapter where beauty does not arrive as an apology after pain but as a companion that walks with you into purpose. You are stepping into the chapter where love does not arrive to rescue you from yourself but to rejoice with you in who you are becoming with me. You are stepping into the chapter where miracles look like me being myself in your story, again and again, until you trust that I do not change my mind about you. Stand in the doorway of this night and look up. Even the sky seems to be listening. Heaven and earth are agreeing over you. I have said there are 2 minutes left, and here is what that means for your heart. Be ready to choose hope when it knocks. Hope is not naive, hope is brave. Hope is not denial, hope is sight. Hope is not a gamble, hope is an anchor, and I am the seabed that holds it firm. If you feel the weight of old fear try to pull you back, call my name. The ground beneath you is the ground I prepared, and it will not collapse. The light ahead of you is the light I lit, and it will not dim. The love I am revealing is the love I curated, and it will not be contaminated by the past you have already surrendered. I am God. I do not flinch at your timelines, I author them. I do not tremble at your enemies, I unmake them. I do not forget your tears, I number them and turn them into rain for your next harvest. I am faithful in the morning and faithful at night, faithful when you feel me and faithful when you only hold the memory of my touch. Tonight I am not a memory, I am the presence that fills your room, the warmth that loosens the band around your chest, the clarity that makes your next yes simple. Lift your head. Smile if you can, breathe if you cannot. I will meet you in both. The surprise I promised is not a rumor, it is a reality walking toward you with grace in its stride. When you open the door, you are not stepping off a cliff, you are stepping onto a promise. When you speak, you are not reciting a performance, you are telling the truth of who you are becoming. When you listen, you are not bracing for attack, you are receiving a gift that mirrors my gentleness. And when you rest tonight, you will not bargain with dread, you will bless what began and let me guard what you cannot control. The clock does not own you. I do. The past does not define you. I do. Fear does not prophesy your future. I do. And I am naming that future good. Now breathe. Place your hand over your heart and feel it answer to hope. Say yes to my timing. Say yes to my protection. Say yes to the love that refuses to reduce you. Say yes to the surprise I authored for this Thursday night. Michael is nodding, his sword lifted not against you but for you. The heavens are awake with quiet celebration. The story is ready to turn its page. Open it with me. Today, October 16th, I speak to you with a clarity that leaves no room for doubt, no shadow for fear to hide in, no confusion to blur what I am placing in your hands. Hear me, I have watched your nights stretch long and your mornings arrive heavy, and yet you kept a tender flame alive inside your chest, a small but stubborn light that refused to go out. That light is the reason the path before you is opening now. That light is why I have sent my messenger ahead of you, and why the wind feels different in your room today. You are not imagining it, the air has shifted because your season has shifted. The ground under your feet is not moving to shake you loose, it is moving to usher you into a place I promised when you had nothing to bargain with except your yes. Archangel Michael is at your door, and his first word is urgency because delay has tried to make a home in your life. 2 minutes is not a number meant to frighten you, it is a window I have pried open for you. You have spent months at the edges of decisions, weeks standing at thresholds you would not cross, days circling questions that needed one brave answer. Michael says 2 minutes left because I will not allow procrastination to steal what I have scheduled for a Thursday night, this Thursday night, when the shock of goodness will move through your house like a bell struck in the dark. You will not miss it. You will not sleep through it. You will not scroll past it. You will not treat it casually. You will lean forward and receive it because I am training your heart to expect me again. I know the ache that one name causes in you. I know how many times you have carried that name to me and how many times you have tucked it back into your pocket like a secret you were unsure was holy enough to keep. I know how the color of certain memories still steals the breath right out of your lungs. I also know this: someone is deeply in love with you, and it is not desperation dressed as devotion, not attention dressed as affection, not drama dressed as destiny. This love is the quiet strength you asked me to teach you to recognize. It is tenderness without manipulation. It is courage without noise. It is effort without excuses. It is the love that calls you by your true name rather than the name your wounds gave you. Do not be startled by the swiftness with which your atmosphere changes. You have sown in tears, you will reap in a nearness you once told yourself belonged only to other people. There are conversations scheduled with your name on them. There are doors you forgot you knocked on that will swing inward as if they have been waiting for your hand since the day I formed the hinges. There is an apology coming that will not fix the past but will release your future from the grip of that past. When it arrives, receive it with dignity, not because you need it to be whole but because you have finally learned how to let go of what tried to keep you small. I do not make you small. I never have. Listen to me closely here, this Thursday evening, when the day loosens its hold and the city begins to hush. You will feel a warmth gather at your chest like a lantern covered in your palms. It is not your imagination. I am drawing near in a way that will remake your 2 minutes left. Michael repeats it because urgency is not chaos, it is alignment. There are patterns you have outgrown that are begging you to shrink your new life to fit them again. Do not do it. There is a door in front of you that will only open if you step toward it without carrying yesterday's furniture. Put it down. Leave behind the apology you never received, the explanation you are not owed, the fantasy of control that kept you awake at 3 a.m. when all you needed was rest. Leave the bitterness that left a taste in your mouth after every conversation that went nowhere. Leave the habit of rehearsing a loss as if your hope owes it rent. Your hope, child, owes nothing to your losses. Your hope owes only me, and I have paid in full.